In this video, gonna be looking to repair this Sony AC-VQV10. It's an AC adapter slash charger, so it's designed to charge 2 batteries, and it tells you the series batteries it can charge right there. That also can power a camera. Either way it goes, I brought this as is, broken off eBay, of course, and the reason why I brought it too, because it came with both the cables. Normally, they only come with the power cable, whatever the case is, if you're buying them used on eBay. This one had both cables, so of course I decided to take the chance. So I went ahead and got it, and sure enough, it didn't power on. So I do my usual check when I actually am troubleshooting a switch mode power supply, which of course is to check to see if there's any shorts, that the fuse ain't blown, which it wasn't. So after I did that, I went ahead and put power to it to see where AC was at, and sure enough, this bridge rectifier, yeah, it was actually, converting AC to DC, of course, and then the filter cap was working and so forth, so no problem there. So next thing I did was to make sure that there was no open resistor, and that's the reason why it's not starting. And no, it wasn't measured like it's supposed to, and I am getting HV on that pin to the controller, so that's not the problem. So then I started looking around. Of course, you could see I got some spots where I was kind of deciding components, testing them and so forth, but I noticed that something's up with this transformer, so I turned it around, and I noticed that it was completely loose when you touched it. So I'm like, oh, well, that's likely where the problem was. So I took it off, and you can see the fix I did to it already. This side here, the glue has failed, and they didn't put like epoxy like I did now. Now I have both ends. I only did it on this side, but it was only being supported by whatever glue they put underneath it, and that's failed. And what happened was it came completely unglued, which broke 3 of the wires that was on here. So I ended up having to do repairs on that, of course, and then re-glue that back on. And I put the epoxy on both sides instead of one side, so hopefully it doesn't fail again. And hopefully I'll be able to get that in there, and that will fix the problem with this power supply, and maybe this will actually work. But I think I noticed what caused it, and you can see there it's been dropped there, and there's one somewhere around here. Yeah, you can see it in the back side. So it's been dropped, and likely from the shock it probably broke the glue, because they didn't have epoxy on this side. They did it on this side, not on that side. That broke free, and then it was causing the transformer, of course, to move around, which eventually broke the actual connection to the coils. So hopefully once I let that set, I'll be able to get it in there, and then once I get it in there, the power supply will start up like it's supposed to, and we'll actually have a working AC adapter charger pretty much. So there you go, the transformer is fully repaired and put back into the actual board, and you can see there the JB weld. So hopefully I will hold it way better than the original epoxy that they used to secure it. And then here's the underside of it, of course. You can see there's all soldered back in. And also too, the other thing that I want to note, if you ever work on switch mode power supplies or whatever, make sure of course that you discharge the main filter capacitor, because sometimes it can hold a charge, especially if the power supply don't start up. So you always want to go ahead and discharge that before working on the power supply, because they can be dangerous, and I'm not responsible if you hurt yourself working on one of these. So I'm pretty confident that would have repaired it, since everything else seems to be fine. So we're going to put power on it, and hopefully it'll come back to life pretty much. So here you go, this is the, so we'll go ahead and power it, and yes, I heard a beep. And yep, there you go, that fixed it. So let's go and put a battery in and see what it does. So here I got a battery, and yep, it is looking like it's going to charge the battery. I'll go and let it run for a little bit. Good, so I got a good charger now for these. Yep, and you can see it's picking up battery. These always take a little bit of time for it to show the remaining life and so forth. And there you go, you can see it's starting to communicate. And I'm going to assume this probably works just fine. I think that was the only problem. And you could see it's because it was obviously dropped. So that's probably likely what caused the transformer, the glue to fail and essentially cause it to pretty much bounce around. But yep, there you go. And of course, if you let this on, I'll tell you the remaining amount of time. Alright, let's go and test the other slot too. Alright. And yep, the other slot's working. So yes, I actually got a working one of these AC-VQV10, and like I said, charges V style batteries, H and P style batteries. So yep, this will be quite useful pretty much.